this summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, the second down throw on target, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll look to throw here, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Justin Jefferson. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he will have the Bears first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the Bears.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
18 yards. First down, Bears.
Back to throw again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Le'Veon Bell. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
He's tackled at the 30.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
This is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 3 yards out. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look how they're elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bell. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First down, Bears.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete.
The pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Bowden now to return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They're going to look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score.
The score, Bears 9, Falcons 7.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. A former star at nearby Georgia Tech, Harrison Butker now for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Falcons 7.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's brought down
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Calling a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up to throw. And he hits him in stride. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 27. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Offense.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Falcons 10.
So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Back to throw here. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Now, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
At their own.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort, and you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In trouble, and he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure this team sees him as confident. Continue to try to up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The tackle by Avonte Maddox. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
A 43-yard attempt.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12.
13. Bears 12.
The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start out west at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Corey Davis, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. A touchdown there for Alvin Kamara. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7 at the 27.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fighting through. He won't go down. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throw left side complete. That's Bell. Yeah, great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Chicago.
Now Bell. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
89. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
15-yard line.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
Guys, it feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
And he'll go down. down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jabal Sheard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some strong running. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
25-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter.
1st down, Chicago.
Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Gain on the play.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down at the
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st down, Chicago.
Bell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
2nd and 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Justin Jefferson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9-yard line.
Back to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and
they'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 19-yard line.
And this is incomplete. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still to... And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And able to get this out to the 25.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to number
Nice
3.
rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
We We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. He will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to